I'm just gonna cut this part anyway. I swear if I can't get this to stay up, you piece of sh**. What's up everybody? My name is Tyler and today I have a very special video for you. Today we're going to be doing a really cool little gift guide. I know it's very close to Christmas, but most of these items are things that I believe you'd be able to get just in time for Christmas, and they are going to make whoever you get them for, even yourself, very happy. Now, the interesting thing about this video is I actually have my good friend Tyler with me. You've seen him on some of my other videos, and we decided to do a gift guide together. So some of these items on the table are his, and he will do the second half of the video. Some of these items are mine, and I'm gonna do those now. So to start things off, who doesn't need a good phone case? Well, let me tell you, Dbrand makes probably the best phone case that I've used, and trust me, I have gone through the gamut of phone cases over the years. The Dbrand grip case has never let me down. As you can see, I have literally 3 of them. They're super great. You can drop them from pretty much anywhere and they're fine. They're relatively slim and they aren't super expensive, and you can actually get really cool Dbrand skins. You can see I have some teardown ones and the MKVHD one. If you know, you know. Following that up, we have the Apple Wallet. Ever since MagSafe came out, MagSafe accessories have kind of slowly started to creep into the scene. I think the Apple Wallet is fantastic. I've completely replaced my large chunky wallet with one of these. It's great because you can toss it onto a MagSafe case like that, or you can just slap it right on your phone if you have MagSafe. On the table here, I also have this tiny little flash drive. This is a SanDisk USB-A to Lightning. I believe they also make it in a USB-C variant for Android users. Essentially, this is really good for putting things from your phone to your computer or vice versa in more of a flash drive style. It's the greatest thing ever, especially if you make YouTube shorts or if you make Instagram Reels or TikToks, whatever, and you like to edit them on your computer. This is a really great way to do that. I also have a SanDisk solid state drive over here as a video editor and producer and all of those things. This is super nice to have. It's very small, very handy, very portable. It's again 2 terabytes, which is a pretty good amount of space. And yeah, not super expensive, and I can edit off of it and it's great. So any version of this is actually pretty solid. Moving over to this side of the table, I have a pair of headphones here. These are the Sony WH-1000 MX4s. Very, very, very popular headphones. I've tried AirPods Max, trust me, I've tried tons of others, Bode's, Quiet, Comforts, all those sorts of things, even Beats. And I think the Sonys, for me personally, and for a lot of other folks out there, probably fit the bill the best. They're probably the best all-around headphones. They have an equalizer you can adjust to your liking. They are reasonably priced. They look relatively stylish. They're lightweight. They fold up into a nice little case and they sound fantastic. So highly recommend, and of course they're wireless. And then just behind there, I have a portable bag, which obviously bags are normally portable. This is a packable backpack by Quicksilver. Tons of other companies make this sort of thing. I just figured I would add this in there, especially for my convention goers out there. This is something you could toss in your suitcase, fly to whatever event you're going to, pull it out, folds into a backpack, put it on, go to the event, and whatever free stuff you get, you can put it in this little backpack and you're good to go. Next to that, I have a tiny little air blower. This is a Giotto's air rocket blower, I believe it's called. It's very popular. If you're a photographer or videographer, you probably have or seen something like this before. Basically, it just shoots out air. And it's really good for cleaning things as opposed to using compressed air, which is sometimes expensive, and sometimes it shoots that really cold frost that you've probably seen before. So this is an infinite capacity. Pets love it. It's a great stress ball, and you can clean stuff with it. It's great. This is an Olight Flashlight. Olight makes a bunch of tactical type of accessories. I like this flashlight a lot because it's got several different power settings, as you can see, and then it has a turbo mode, which is like so bright that it's too bright. Has a little battery indicator, charges like an Apple Watch wirelessly, or not wirelessly, but magnetic charger and all that stuff. It's got a little case. Great to put in your car, your truck, your 4-wheeler, or just to keep in the house and the power goes out. Can never have too many flashlights. Speaking of lights, this is an Aputure MC RGB light. More so for the photographers, videographers out there, if you like to make videos and that sort of thing. These lights are super cool. They're not too expensive. They have a nice little gel over top. They're color accurate for the most part. And again, they're RGB, so you can do all the colors in the rainbow. They have wireless charging. They're magnetic, which is amazing. And they have a little tripod mount at the bottom, so you can stick them on tiny little tripods. They have a cool little app, and you can charge them via USB-C if you'd like. Come in a case. What isn't there to like about these? Next to that, or behind that I should say, is, you guessed it, a Yeti Tumbler. Yeti's obviously become increasingly popular over the last few years, and so I'm gonna put a tumbler on this list because I think you can never go wrong with a cool Yeti tumbler. Lots of different brands and people, I think you can customize them now. There's companies at least that do that. This is my Tribe Gaming one, so shout out to Tribe Gaming. You can get them different sizes. They've got these nice little magnetic sippy lids that you can get. They're insulated. They keep things hot if you want them hot. They keep things cold if you want them cold. They're relatively durable. They're painted with a really nice high quality paint. They're great. They come in all kinds of colors, shapes, sizes, great stuff. Next to that is a portable battery. You're probably thinking, wow, these are all really simple, normal things. Yes, they are. Portable battery, but this I recommend because Anker, by far, in my opinion, makes the best power accessories for phones, laptops, and all that sort of thing. Power banks included. This is a 26,800 milliamp hour power bank. It has 2 USB ports and it has a USB-C port. The nice thing is that this has IQ, which basically when you plug it in, it kind of knows what device is being plugged in, so it provides the correct amount of power as opposed to just blasting it with power or not giving it enough, which is super nice. And you can charge some small laptops off of this should you need to, which is great. Also, not pictured here because I forgot it because I use it all the time, the Anker Nano Power Brick is easily one of my favorite things ever. It is a super, super fast charger. You can get it, it's a USB-C charger, so you can use it for any, any kind of phone or any sort of, pretty much any electronic device that you want. It's about the size of an iPhone brick, and I'll probably have some footage of it that I'll insert just so you can see it. They make it in a couple different versions. They're relatively inexpensive, and seriously, probably one of the best gifts you could get somebody. I've purchased this as a gift for someone. They love it, so highly recommend. I also have here an iFixit toolkit. Now, iFixit makes several different kinds of toolkits. I don't remember exactly what this one is, but you can get them in all shapes and sizes, again, depending on what you need out of a toolkit. They have ones that are specifically built for taking phones apart or laptops apart. They've got ones that are just good for just household use. They're not too expensive. They're very high quality. They use magnets, and who doesn't love magnets? And then behind all that, I have some notebooks, and I have one here on the table as well. And I know notebooks are kind of a simple generic thing, but I think notebooks go overlooked in today's world, especially with the phones and everything else. And there's so many note apps out there. So a good little notebook, you can get them from anywhere. I like to go to Etsy and get some. So if you want to get a special one, I have a couple Etsy ones here. Like this one has my little I Am Squatch thing, which was my gamer tag from years ago. It's pretty cool. And then I have another one that has the 24 Concept branding on it as well. So you could either go to Target and just buy a little notebook and a pen, or you could go all out, go to Etsy, get a custom made one. There's really, the sky's the limit on that one. And then speaking of pens, a nice pen to go with somebody's notebook, always undervalued as well. This is a special pen. This is a Peter McKinnon pen, or Pete's Pirate Life pen, so shout out to them because they make really cool stuff. But obviously you don't need to get one of these. Just finding a pen that writes really, really nice. The Pilot G2 pens are always a simple go-to. They're pretty cheap and they write really, really well. Microfiber cloths. They come in all shapes and sizes. These, and I'll try to find the link to them if I can, but these have two sides to them. They have a larger, more fluffy side, which is good for getting like large debris or dust off of a screen. And then they have a more finer side, which you probably are more familiar with in other microfiber cloths, which is good for getting fingerprints and smudges and things off of whatever it is that you're cleaning. The last thing I have is a mouse pad or a desk mat. And not in the traditional sense of like a mouse pad, like who uses a mouse pad? No, I'm talking about like a desk mat like you see here, which is what all this stuff is sitting on. Desk mats are great for pretty much anyone who works in an office, at home, especially working from home nowadays. These are nice because, yes, you can use them as a mouse pad, should you want to. Or you could just use them to put your jewelry on, you can put your cup on them, you can do all different types of things with it. It can add an aesthetic to your desk if you'd like. Again, just a cool little thing. They come in all shapes and sizes, all different kinds of colors. This one was from a YouTuber. It's got PC parts on it. Very fitting for someone like me, but you can obviously find whatever it is that you're looking for. All right, so that's gonna do it for my part. I'm going to swap it over to the other Tyler now, and he's going to wrap this video up with his top things. Whoosh. Yeah, but this time, can you give me more like, more whoosh.
So hello everyone, I am also Tyler, shorter Tyler, but he'll fix it in post. You just like elongate my neck or something, thank you. But this is the second half of the gift guide. It is now my turn to cover the other side of the table and a couple other miscellaneous items, but we'll finish we'll finish with the last item over here that is mine. Good Lord, hold on. He's really going at it all of a sudden.
Sorry, don't be music.
Yeah, that's true. So we'll start with the last thing over here that is mine, which is the Amazon Echo Dot. This is the Generation 3 one, but now there's also Generation 4. They both do pretty much the same thing, but it's a good way to start off your smart home journey. So, you know, it has Alexa built in, so you can ask it questions. It can connect to Spotify and play music. It can tell you, you know, the weather. Just a nice little device to add to your home. And it can also connect with other Echo Dots if you have, you know, multiple in the household. So just a nice little simple thing. If you don't have any smart home products, it's a good budget way to get started, or also just a good Bluetooth speaker. It's pretty solid sound quality and volume, so that's a budget Bluetooth speaker as well. Next, another Amazon product is the Amazon Fire Stick. Again, this is an old generation. They have newer ones now, but it's a good way to start your smart TV experience. So if you have a TV that doesn't have any built-in apps and that sort of thing, the Fire Stick is a good way to get that going, so you can access Netflix, YouTube, Hulu, you know, all your streaming sites, as well as Spotify and things like that. You can also download pretty much any Android app like games and things like that. So again, if you just have a regular old TV that doesn't do anything except play TV, you can easily get a Fire Stick, hook it into your HDMI, and then you got access to all your favorite streaming sites. Next, we've got a USB capture card. It's a very cheap version of a capture card, because obviously there's things like the Elgatos that are very expensive. So this is a budget way to capture video either from a game console if you want to like stream your Xbox or your PlayStation or something, or also if you have a camera, like an actual camera, you can use this device to use your camera as a webcam. So if you want to upgrade your Zoom calls or something, you can use this device. But it's mainly a good budget way to stream your video game consoles without breaking the bank. You just plug it in through USB, plug your console or camera into the device, and pretty much good to go. Next, we have the 8-bit Do. It's a little adapter, essentially, that you can plug into anything that has USB, and it allows you to connect any Bluetooth controller to this device. So, with controllers in mind, let's go through some options of controllers. Starting on the lower end, we've got the 8-bit Do controller here, which they make a lot of different controllers. This is like a NES, SNES style controller, but they do have one that they're more ergonomic, more reminiscent of like a PlayStation controller. But I do like the SNES form factor. It's more portable this way. But similar to the adapter, this can connect to any device, whether it's an Xbox, a Switch, a PC, or even your phone. Moving up one step, we have the Razer Kishi, which there's also the Xbox, the Microsoft, like the Backbone one, I believe is what it's called. But they're both controllers that are for your phone. So this, you have to get it specific to your phone. So this is the iPhone one, it'll plug into my iPhone. And then it kind of like turns it into a Switch, essentially. And you can control, you know, whether you have Apple games that you have from the store or Android games or whatever it is, or if you have something like Steam Link or Xbox Game Pass, which we'll talk about in a minute, you can also play those games on your phone, and it's literally like having a Switch that can play just about anything, but you can go anywhere with it. It's your phone, and it can take phone calls. So, I mean, it's the best of both worlds. And then kind of the top of the line controller, we have the Xbox Elite 2 here, which is pretty much as fancy as the Xbox controller can get. It's even got the little back buttons. It is top of the line. You got your different sticks in here, different D-pad. So if you want to go all out, if you're an Xbox or PC gamer, then this is definitely the controller for you. And then if you don't have any games to play with all these controllers that you've just acquired, because sometimes people forget that step, there is also Xbox Game Pass. So you can either get a digital code or a physical gift card here. But essentially what Xbox Game Pass is you can use it on an Xbox or PC, depending if you get Ultimate, or if you can get it specifically for PC, specifically for Xbox, or Xbox Ultimate, which covers both devices. But this kind of gives you access to 100+ titles that you can play for free, or for the price of the subscription. You just download them on your Xbox, download them on your PC, and you have access to this large catalog that's always updating. Even some games come out, like the day they're released, they get added to Xbox Game Pass. So like Halo Infinite, for instance, the day it came out, the campaign came out, it was on Xbox Game Pass. And you can just play those games for free on your PC, on your Xbox, or even on your phone with the app. And so it's a great little gift to just give someone essentially the gift of 100+ games. So that's great. Then, although some of these controllers have built-in batteries and things like that, but there's also a lot of other things that take batteries. Stop buying normal batteries. You're literally throwing money in the garbage. Get some Eneloop batteries. They're by Panasonic. They are rechargeable batteries. There's a lot of different brands, but these are kind of like the best you can get and are still very cheap, not even that much more expensive than regular batteries. You can get a pack of 4 that comes with the charger, and it does AA and AAA. The charger will charge either one, and you can buy both. And I think they're rated for like 2,000+ charges. So rather than throwing a bunch of batteries in the trash over and over again, you could just have a set of 4 or 10 or however many devices you have that regularly require batteries. You'll always have fresh batteries ready to go that are charged up, and you'll save money in the long run because, like I said, a pack of them is about the same price as regular batteries, but then you only need that one pack. So definitely invest in rechargeable batteries.
Reduce e-waste.
Yes, because if you find yourself throwing batteries away constantly, you're just throwing your money along with them. So get some rechargeable batteries, please. Next up is something a little less fun, but definitely very useful, and that is just cable ties. So we have a couple different styles here. They all basically do the same thing. There's no real brand that's better than the other. They all serve the same purpose, but they're just little ties that allow you to keep your cords nice and organized. So you kind of just wrap it around and tighten it. It's pretty simple, and it's just a lot better than having knots in your drawers, because I've definitely dealt with that. So organize your cables, please. Another thing, he talked about the packable backpack. I'm going one step smaller here. This is the Nano Bag, which comes in a couple different styles. This is just the standard bag, but they also have one that's a little bigger. They also have one that's a little smaller. Similar thing, it just packs away in its own little pouch, but obviously this one is just a tinier version. It's just one bag, which comes out quite wrinkly, but you know, it serves its purpose. So you just stuff whatever you need in there. It's very strong, rip resistant, holds a good enough amount of weight. Pretty much anything you can fit in there, it will probably hold. And then the last, right? Yes? Yes. Okay. And then the last thing I have, if you don't like video games or just want to try something more face-to-face, I do always encourage board games as well. I have plenty I could recommend, but these are just the best ones that fit on the table, so we went with these. They're always great for parties or small groups of people. So for instance, we have The Mind, which is just a silly game of counting numbers, but silently. It's very hard to explain, you just kind of have to do it, but very cheap. This One Night Ultimate Werewolf, great game for up to 10 people, so if you have larger gatherings, this is another great option. Oh, yes, yes, yes. The last thing that we have is the AirTag or anything similar. A tile. I think, Samsung maybe. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Samsung or something has some sort of similar device, but if you have some sort of Apple product, obviously AirTag would be the way to go. But anything to keep track of your items so you don't lose them, you know, your phone, or you can throw it in a backpack, in a suitcase if you're worried about it getting, you know, your luggage getting lost. AirTag or tile or something is definitely a great item to have. Super small, toss it on whatever you need or attach it to whatever you need, and if it's lost, you don't know where it went, you just pull up the, you know, the relevant app for that device, and you'll see where it went. So that way you'll never have to worry about losing things again, or you know, you could track people if you wanted to.
Thank you guys for watching. It was a great video. Make sure to just subscribe and like this video if you liked it, or dislike it, because I think the dislike's still there. If it's not, you can just write dislike in the comments. That works too. But like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe, share it, all this stuff, all the things. We're gonna put links to as many of the things that we have on the table as we possibly can down below, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yes. Well, for our Hanukkah buy gift guide, for our 5 things to get for your significant other when they're mad at you. Gift guide. 2020.
This video was recorded last year. You good?
Can't buy these sweet dance moves.
Oh! Tell them.
Free of charge.
Knocked all my stuff over.
Does this sound weird?